Okay, here we go, revolutionaries. All right. Wow. Okay, so rather than overly theme this one, I think I'll just cover the usual. More importantly, I would say the essentials. Okay, first things first. Hope you are all as well as you can be in this, since we've now gone from quarantine, lockdown, to mass riots, protests, and demonstrations, which is screwing up people's schedules, lives. I mean, if you think people standing in the road is an inconvenience for you to, say, get to work, pick up essentials at a grocery store, no, imagine emergencies. No, imagine legal matters, imagine things involving kids, imagine things involving prescriptions. Places closed down earlier, and it's horrible what's happened. So, you cannot minimize how bad this has been with the demonstrations and rioting and all that. But without without uh, without glancing over that, one of the things I want to say is, yes, one, hope you're all as well as you can be. Two, praying for all of you. Yes, believe it or not. If something goes well, you can thank God, and I at least put a post-it note on his desk the way that I do. So, things that we have to consider. These demonstrations and protests. Okay, you don't need to waste that much time doing a Google search right now to see, and when I said the police are behind this, it's like, okay, let's calm down. Okay, the federal government, the police, politicians, local authority, local leaders of either revolutions. I mean, this is infiltrated. It's any talking heads, it's any places of influence that have been infiltrated that have power and influence. So the police, government, talking heads on TV, bricks being laid out places. I mean, do a Google search of how all this riot stuff is fishy. I've stated in previous videos, economically deprived areas that have less resources and are more crippled both financially and have less career prospects, higher concentration of police. I mean, I've covered this stuff in the videos before, and we've seen paid protesters. Also, we've seen, other than the beautiful photo op where there just happens to be minorities breaking something, tons of reports and pictures of the majority of the violence and destruction being done by white folks in masks, which is convenient because there's a pandemic and everyone's wearing masks. So this is the real top of the muffin with the crispy and delicious on the top that I'm trying to get to here. Black Lives Matter, Antifa, MAGA, the Proud Boys, DSA, any ANCAPs, any of these hot button, inflammatory groups that have all these extremist ideas, they will parade those around, and it's not that crazy to think that a government that has resources to keep all eyes on us, whether it's deep state or just a handful of people trying to control us. Yes, it's not convenient. It's not even a conspiracy. Why is it that Black Lives Matter and MAGA and all these other different groups and the Proud Boys, not to say that any of these groups haven't had problems in the past, but right here and now we're seeing tremendous amounts of violence and we're seeing tremendous amounts of destruction, all in the name of these groups. And how convenient is it that at these moments of chaos, and exactly what they're doing, they're pushing for destruction and chaos that result in you not able to go to the store and get your stuff. Your loved ones can't get their prescriptions, roads get cut off, people can't get to the ER, really important appointments to keep society and life going disappear. And then we cry out to the government, save us from Antifa, save us from the Proud Boys, save us from Black Lives Matter, save us from whatever you say is stopping society from working. Lock us up, whatever you got to do. We don't have money, we don't have resources, just please make all the chaos go away. And this isn't the rantings of a conspiracy theorist, because this isn't my opinion. This is the truth. Because at the end of the day, you either, think like us, or as I like to say, people who have always thought this way that aren't feeling alone. Because if it's not the government, if it's not deep state, if it's not MAGA, if it's not the racists, if it's just, at the end of the day, it's not my neighbors, it's not the people who look different, it's not the different bumper stickers, you mean we all have to come together and rely on each other, and that's how we make it better? Well, for some people that's too much, and for the rest of us, we're glad you joined us. Remember, you are the revolution, and we will see you in the threads.